I can't afford this, right? At 6.99% interest rate, I think we're pretty much going to have to just foreclose on the house, right? I can't afford everything else that's going on right now. And then you throw into it the fact that my mortgage payment could be 4 times lower, like what mine is. Oof, a lot of people are really hurting. Ooh, this is not a great story, but something we're seeing over and over. Home foreclosures are on the rise again nationwide. More Americans lost their homes in May as foreclosures are moving higher. Home foreclosures rose again in May as Americans continue to grapple with the ongoing cost of living crisis. Now, you've got really two sides of the spectrum here. You've got so many people who bought with rates super, super low, who are basically locked into their home pretty much forever, which is me, right? My mortgage is 3.5%. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon because of that. My payment, if I were to get into my home today with the appreciation of the house and with how rates have gone up so much, it would cost 4 times more than what I pay for it. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And then you've got the other half who bought when rates have been higher thinking, "Hey, I'll just refinance when rates go down." Now they're paying that 4 times higher payment, and then everything else is costing so much more, and then they're like, "Oof, I can't afford this," right? At 6.99% interest rate, I think we're pretty much gonna have to just foreclose on the house, right? I can't afford everything else that's going on right now, and then you throw into it the fact that my mortgage payment could be 4 times lower, like what mine is. Oof, a lot of people are really hurting. Um 32,621 properties in May were with foreclosure filings. That's a 3% increase from the prior year, although it's down 7% from the same time last year. May's foreclosure activity highlights a nuanced shift in the housing market. We've observed a slight increase in foreclosure alerts or foreclosure starts. The decline in completed foreclosures and resilient a decline in completed foreclosures indicates resilience in certain areas. Okay. Nationwide, about one in every 4,320 housing units had a foreclosure filing in May. It's quite a lot. New Jersey experienced the highest rate at one in every 1,939 homes receiving foreclosure notice, more than double the national average. Delaware registered the foreclosure filings about one in every 2,500 homes. Housing affordability is the worst it's been in decades, thanks to a spike in home prices and mortgage rates. Combined, the two have helped push the typical salary required in nationwide for home ownership up to $106,500, 61% increase from 59,000 just 4 years ago. Whoa! So you're telling me that just 4 years ago you needed 59,000 to own a home, and now today it's 106,000, basically doubled in the span of 4 years. That's crazy. There's several reasons to blame for the affordability crisis. Available home supply remains down 34% from the typical amount before COVID, and it's down that much. The home supply is down that much because people are locked in. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. If I were to sell my home, it would be so much more difficult to buy a comparable home. Why am I going to do that? And you've got so many people in the marketplace that aren't flooding the market with the inventory who are staying in their homes for that exact reason. I've heard people call it golden handcuffs. Um, the average rate on a 30-year loan fell to 6.95, while the peak was at 7.79 just a few months ago. It's significantly higher than the pandemic era lows of just 3%. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you seeing this out in your marketplace, in your local area? Really curious, right? And one of the places that I like to look is at Zillow. You probably do too. Zillow had a high in 2021 of about $170 a share, and now it's coasting around $41 a share. So it's down about 70, 80% from its all-time highs. But in the last year or so, it's moved from 56 down to 35, up to 58, down to 40. And we got a buy signal a couple weeks ago, June 6th, and it's gone from about 42 at that point to about 48 already. So that's a nice move. What is that? 20% already? 42, at least 10% move. So that's a $6 move, 15% move in the span of a couple days. That's a pretty sweet move right there on that signal. So Zillow is definitely hurting, going back from 2021 when everybody was looking to move to today, it's still down about 80% or so. But following these buy and sell signals I was just showing you, you'd still be up 30%. Well, buy and hold is down 1.15% since this period right here. Outlier is still up 30.9%. So pretty outstanding returns when it's just a bloodbath on this particular stock. Now, I don't want to leave you out in the cold because I can actually send you a free stock pick every single day. Just head on over to freeaitrades.com and you can grab yourself a free stock pick that looks like this in your email every single day. So head on over to freeaitrades.com to get you set up there. Now let's go take a look at what the internet has to say about this. More Americans lost their homes in May as foreclosures move higher, courtesy of Bidenomics. With insurance and property taxes going through the roof, I can see why. Bidenomics at the finest. Oh, property tax is a big thing. I do a lot of consulting with financial institutions, and this one in particular in Louisiana was telling me that their loan originations are way down. Number of people taking mortgages are way, way down because one of the main factors is that when people go to get the insurance, they see that the price of insurance is actually more on a per month basis than what they're paying on their mortgage. So they're saying, wait a minute, my mortgage is, let's use round numbers. My mortgage is $2,000 a month. My insurance is $2,500 a month. So my total payment's $4,500 a month. Forget this. Home ownership is just becoming out of reach for so many people. And it's not just in Louisiana. We're seeing that all over the place. We're seeing places like California, even one of the most populous states in America, shutting down insurance companies, or insurance companies just outright saying, we're not going to do California anymore. Now, granted, that's for different reasons, but the fact that insurance is getting higher and higher and less companies are taking it, it's a real, real problem out there. So let me know in the comments down below how this is impacting you. And do me a favor, click one of these two videos up above. The YouTube algorithm gods think that you're going to like one of these. And thank you so much for tuning in today's Outlier Live. I'll see you in the next episode.